Hello Internet, I'm the Disney Brain and welcome to the Liv and Maddie review. Last time, we talked about big changes for the Rooney family as Parker got moved up to high school and Papa Rooney took a college basketball head coaching job. This time, since Papa Rooney isn't Ridgewood's coach anymore, we follow the logical progression of breaking in a brand new coach in addition to Liv and Holden's first date. I'll throw in the spoiler warning here in case some of you haven't seen the new episode yet and want to go in fresh. With all that said, let's dive into Coach Rooney. So, with Papa Rooney out of the picture, Joey proudly proclaims himself as the man of the house. This leads to a recurring bit with him and his many attempts to fix the family's dinner table. You pretty much know where this bit is going from the start, but I like the way they frame it. They don't show Joey actually using a chainsaw or any other tools to attempt to fix the table, instead choosing to just show the end result of multiple attempts, which I thought made it a great deal funnier. And that's about all Joey had to do this time around. At the heart of the episode is Mrs. Snodgrass, returning from her appearance in Repeat Rooney to be the new head coach of the basketball team. As has become the standard for storylines that introduce new coaches, everything has dramatically changed and the methods that Coach Snodgrass employs are what some might consider peculiar. I'm not a big fan of this direction, not just because I've seen it a million times, but because it always ends the same way. Players have a problem with the new way, end up realizing that the new way actually works, everyone gets over it and moves on. It doesn't help that I recently just watched this movie, in addition to having watched and loved a plethora of other great sports movies. The best films are not the ones that require smelling your armpit or whatever gimmicky thing the writers could think up. The best sports stories are filled with struggle, sacrifice, hard work, and grit. I wish they used this opportunity to create an ongoing storyline that took itself a bit more seriously, so that those watching understand that to succeed in sports and in life beyond, it takes all of the aforementioned traits that the best sports movies preach. The resolution to this conflict comes way too quickly and doesn't feel all that earned. And are we really gonna sit here and believe that Maddie would actually lose a one-on-one to Grandma over here? That's more than a stretch. Suffice to say, there was so much potential that feels squandered with Coach Snodgrass and a lot of powerful lessons that could have been taught through the idea of change and adjustments, but it all fell a little flat here. So, what else happened during this episode? Gosh, I swear I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, the whole Liv and Holden thing. So, Liv asks Holden out, and because Holden isn't an idiot, he agrees. Trouble ensues as complications with fan meet and greets arise, as well as having both her hands trapped. I did get a few laughs out of Dr. Questions over here, mainly because of the way he reacted to Liv's responses. But after getting things changed around on him twice, Holden decides to just come over with a pizza and call it a date. So they finally have their first date, they tease a kiss, and that's more or less the episode. I've been pretty vocal about my opinions on how Disney Channel tends to handle their black actors and families, but I do believe Holden is a welcome change. I don't know him extremely well yet, but from what I've seen, he feels like a character and not a caricature, and that is huge. He seems to have a good head on his shoulders, dresses exceptionally sharply, knows how to be both proper and eloquent, and on top of all that, he seems like more or less a decent guy. Between him and Zendaya, I already feel like Disney Channel's representation of minorities is being handled a bit better, but just a little bit. This show is on its way, and we'll see if they can keep that trend going with a Hispanic family this time around. All in all, this episode is not one of the best I've seen of this show, but it had its moments. I like the idea of Holden becoming a larger part of the overarching narrative of the show, although I'm not sure at this point in time what it will mean for Liv's development as a character. This episode feels like more time could have been devoted to unraveling the two main plot points, so it may have worked a little better as a two-parter, since a lot of things occur but it feels either too fast or cut short of something more significant. Time will tell how important these new plotlines Coach Rooney set into motion will be, but for now, it's not a great episode, but still pretty enjoyable if you're also a fan of the show. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, help me out with the likes, subs, and share it all over social media. Don't forget to like the Disney Brain on Facebook, link down below, and leave suggestions for what I should review next. The next Liv and Maddie episode doesn't come out till the 21st of February, so an even longer wait than for Girl Meets World, but hopefully worth it. Until then.
In the comic books, your cape is 36 inches long. In the show, it appears to be 38 inches. Please explain.
The camera adds 2 inches.
Noted.
Okay, does anybody else have any questions?
They don't.